Yo, 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 yo. Hello? Hello? Is anybody there? Are we alive? Blah, blah, blah. Making character blueprints. Getting a good understanding of our game sprites. Seeing where we have issues and where things pop out, size. And then I'm trying to label everything and make actual blueprints, so we actually know what's going on. And I was hyper focused, that's why I'm super late. Been one of those days where I'm like hyper focused on what I'm doing. Oh. Threw him on the wrong layer. I did it again. because we've learned a couple things that cause for a little stress on sprite animation. Like I'm working on like how much do we narrow down these sprites. This is like half of what we normally have. And we want to change the throwing arm as it'll make for easier sprites. At least that's what I'm thinking currently. So I'm just trying to get a good idea of where we're at with our sprites. Like, should our mosquito, as he currently sits, his whole image is bigger than it needs to be. And he'd probably fit right inside of this. Compare that small one. To red size. Which does make the mosquito a lot smaller. Keep my little scaled down one. Because it would still be, I think, large enough on screen. And then it's just mess with the sprite to make it cleaner. Or maybe not. But we want quali, as Hunter put it. So we're gonna do quali. We want quali game. Let's Methany should be the same size. Florida education. Get educated. Where you at, Methany? Hey, hi. I was like super focused and didn't feel like chatting, and I was just like thinking about the game. That's what took me so long to get here. Yeah, see, she's exactly. Within the size. That whole box is. Oh no, she was on the right there. Yeah, look, she fits perfect in that box. And he does too. And I believe our crane does as well. But his feet are off the ground. Not noticeable in gameplay though. Ooh, vacation. Where are we going? I'm not sure about ground size. Like, I feel like it probably needs to be 2 of these squares. Nice. Well, you 2 crazy kids, get out of here. It's going to be a grand old vacation. Magical. Awesome. What do we think about our plans here? I think it's definitely going to be better. And then I know exactly what size to make everything, which I'll make templates for so we can reuse later. And I'm sure we could make that adjustment with the raccoon and pull him into the box. So Nacho, like as we're building this game out, I'm thinking like long term, right? And some people have already hit pretty fair sized donations for the extra bonuses. So I'm like thinking in advance of like, okay, well, what if we put a book together? Or what if we have a poster that has everything? You know, stuff like that. So I'm trying to be conscious of it as we build the game out, and it builds the plans, you know? And we'll probably have more notes, you know? There'll be extra details, I'm sure. You know, who knows? Maybe one day it's a hardcover book, or maybe it is a poster. Something cool is something cool, and if we plan for it, it'll be something cool. It also will help. It'll help the whole team have good roadmap. The game can only be as good as I can direct, right? And then every level will have its sheet. Like I'll probably make this sheet a bunch of times. I already worked on it, and then I was like, not enough room. And then I did this one, and now I'm going, it's not going to be enough room. I even went and looked at the Mega Man X like sprite. I don't even know if this is for sure Mega Man X, but I just wanted to check out some sprite sheets to go, okay, what are some things we're doing that they're not? We have walk and run, but the run is just juiced, which is great because it's the same. We don't have shooting like this, but we do have item. So I'm thinking of a couple different ways to do our items better. And we may put our item launcher on the back side, so it'll be the left arm. And then that way, when it's a nail gun, I can just put a nail gun in there, and we can just export that. Instead of trying to make brand new animations for everything. Is it? Oh, I know why. I forgot to turn the thing down. I'm doing it a little different. I'm pretty organized. Any company or business I've worked at, I always end up being like some sort of lead, manager, director, like organize the team. Like we had when I was doing engineering / directing and at one of the manufacturing plants, I would occasionally build custom prints for the floor to make things easier. Just because if I need them to do something and they don't have the stuff they need, it's faster for me to get it to them so we can get it done. That's why I was shocked and appalled when I was lied to my face. You don't like working. You don't like anybody else's ideas. I was like, what? It's how I spend my days. Helping other people, doing what they want. I play very well with others. People just get mad because I show out. Yeah, see, we want that sprite to not have that overhang. And it would be nice. I can't with the punches and the bends. The raccoon, I think we can shrink up pretty easy. This is also forcing us to, you know what? That's why I didn't save this one. I need more room. Not enough room. Times 2. Times 2. Make it massive. More room. There we go. Now it's sheet size. Nice. I like that Kareem switches up whatever. This should have maintained size. Like switching up the streaming services. I appreciate you, Kareem. Bum, bum, bum. Because what I'm thinking here for right now, I'm gonna bring this down lower. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm not lining that up yet. Big giant sprite sheets is we need to think about the different types, right? You lurk away. Grab all that just for now. And we will get rid of the raccoon. And we'd have to. What else would be a large ground runner? I guess the ibis. I feel like the ibis is more square, or maybe something a little more like this. We'll leave it as ibis for right now. We'll go here. Mid-sized wildlife in Florida. But I'm kind of thinking, like vertical. Animals that would be vertical. Because the raccoon can be both. Look, there's all of our animals we need for the whole game. River otters. Nope, those are Florida otters. So otter could be vertical. He would be both. Skunk could be vertical / both. So maybe that's what I could need to consider with the raccoon. Is that he would have a display much like a character. Just a tick shorter. Or it would be two different types. That's probably the way to look at it, right? And or is it necessary? I almost feel like, though I like the zombie raccoon, I think just for the sake of even enemies, that maybe should be a flat or a medium ground rather than a vertical. Because there's not going to be a whole lot of verticals, right? Thinking. Have to contemplate. I don't know how many types we can have that'll fit that. Hey, there he is. He's here. I'm making blueprints. and comparing animals. A monkey for sure. I know it's like the 100th time I've did that. There is Florida monkeys, right? I know monkeys won't be in the first stage, but yeah. So Hunter, because you're here, I'm working on charting this out. And this goes all the way down to a 16 by 16. And I believe I think there's a big box. Yeah, there's a big box. It goes pretty big if I remember. That can't be right. Forgot what the largest size was I did. Jeez. Oh wait, what am I thinking? I'm thinking I'm hitting the wrong tools. 512. So everything scales down. So the big box is 512. And then with the smaller ones are 128, which is, and then this is half, which is 192. With the 64. I mathed it. This is a lot. It's better mapping plan for you because things I noticed is like you're getting all this extra that's just not helpful. And I want to make sure that I don't do that moving forward. So I want to like, quality. High quality. Make a mess, do high quality. So currently I'm trying to think of, I know that it says level 1 at the top, right? All these ones I'm messing with say that, but now that we have like a big sheet, trying to decide on vert, what is it? Called it large ground. And I can't decide if I want the otter to be low ground or mid ground, like the raccoon. More things to die. More die. So I'm kind of just perusing for different size. Like the otter that we have, he doesn't sit up very much. American beaver wouldn't be terrible. I don't know if he would I guess he could harass you. We can make everything have rabies. The beeves. Because we already know we have a few flying. Ah. I don't know what it is I hit that turns it into the perspective tool. That's true. You're not wrong. We want just under that if we can get it. Yes. Bring those. Ah, I did it again. How am I doing that? Over here looking at it from far away. The switching menu? Oh, the one we were messing with yesterday? The kind of gallery switching menu. Noise. Like, I do like the our whole what's the word I'm looking for? Like truck stuff, but like I think it's just overcomplicating the menu. I think if we just click, and with that, you know, actual menu at the top, and then you just now. Let's see, how big is the fat mosquito? We did him in the same. It hit me with the search result. There we go. File location, where are you? Compare. Yeah, see, that shouldn't be a thing. See how much bigger he is than the actual square? Need that one. Let's see how he would feel. Yeah, he could fit in there. Let's copy that. And then we're going to back up, put him back to size. Just so we know how off certain things are, but it seems like it's mostly just lost my train of thought. Yeah, totally lost my train of thought. I gotta pee. And he rolls in. And certain characters roll over, right? Can be in all the stages. Gotta make room for my labels here. We'll work off these two. Roach. Make this our ant. Oops. Not anise. What? What'd you say? And we made them as big as... Yeah, we made them a lot bigger. They were medium, but they are tiny. So should the ants be... Should they remain this size or should they be small? Because really they would make more sense being this size. Bring him down to my testing zone. Oh. I need to do that. Separate my layers. Blocks lined up. Ooh, she's offset. Get in there. There we go. I'm pretty sure there's an easier way to do that, but right now, that's the way it is. Bring it up a little for now. We're like mathing up our game here. Because, like, how many enemies do we want in a stage? And or what's too small? Because currently, the mosquito actually fits a whole box. Both of the mosquitoes. Maybe I should do that for anything that doesn't quite fit. he is compared to that size. It's way too big. And I know you fix it. I know it can be fixed in the post, but I don't want to have these mistakes later. Plus, I want to keep consistency of quality. It's the same thing with our power-ups. I know our beer is way too small. And we'd rather shrink from something bigger if we have to shrink down. But I think overall our sizes aren't too bad. They really aren't. He'll be easy to clean up when and or if needed. But he's full box size too on the export. There's no reason we can't pull the arms back. Like I can do better. And I think we could probably make his saliva and stuff more prominent. But that's not a big deal at the moment. Right now it's big plan. It's keep us a decent sized plan there. Know our enemies, you know? And this sheet will just keep getting bigger and bigger. I know it will. What are... So bats could be tiny. They could be smaller like these for flying. I don't know how I keep hitting that perspective. Nope. Nope. Rid of that. It'll help make it easier for when I start working on more characters. It'll make it flow better because I'll know exactly what needs to be made and what kind of box they fit in. So I think I need to do that, right? But if the ants are too small, you're not even going to really notice them. Let's see if I bring these ants over here. Yum. I knew you were trying to trick me, ants. Nope. Oh. There we go. Nope. Unbelievable. See, those feel too small. But they also feel too small here as well.
So is there an even flatter ground type? Like, I think that's kind of my main concern with the ants. So let's see, that would be... Or do they just need to be combined? So I don't want it to be an obscure size, right? We're gonna bring these guys out here. We're gonna grab 2. See if we can't line it up with the edge of these ants here. They already fit 4, right? They just need to be sized to it. I think that is the better way to go about doing the ants. And there's the possibility that maybe snakes would kind of fit under that the same way. Try to keep things lined up. There we go. It's not quite lining up with that. Close enough for now. And, you know, it just is what it is. Let me line up with you. Let's chart these games. Ant jail. You gotta lock them up, Badger. You got to. They have to be put in jail. Brock, you might be interested in this. We're trying, so like different types of critters, right? There's the small ground ones that are flat, ones that fly, medium-sized ones, which I haven't started really diving into yet, and then the larger ground runners. And then obviously there's a couple other big things. I'm trying to get a good scale map. And this is like something, I mentioned this earlier, this is something that could turn into something bonus for the high donations and Patreons and stuff like that, we'll end up doing like a poster or a book or something. So that's why I want to keep track of it, make us a plan so it's organized, which will make it easier when I create new sprites, or when I create new animations and then send the sprites, they'll be ready to go. Right. Yeah. We're mocking up the theme park. So it started off, I was just going to do level 1, but then it kind of was like, well, let's figure out like all the characters. Next thing you know, it's this rad ass sheet that's got like everything. So, and thinking about the box size, like, okay, what would be comparable to the size of the raccoon? Right? I'm going to Red and Randy Land. They let you use cans. Because the possum would be more. Oh, this is going to be our possum, right? Like a mid-sized, flatter type. I've slowly started adding titles to the characters. So that, no, we don't want that one. Leave them there for now. I know another one I was thinking, like bats. We gotta have bats. They ain't gotta be in every level, but we do want some flying variety. Oh, we need the gunats. Those are the worst kind. Those fly in your mouth. Is it the only one? Oh. Fat fingers. Obviously, I don't need the measurements for every single one of these, but for right now, just because it's kind of the way it is. And see, we're already starting to run out of room. A duck, a goose or a duck. Those are definitely running around. Chicken. That would work. Well, not for that. It would be single cubes. Maybe I'll wait on doing that. Who, the possums? Yeah, possums don't really... They're really not that bad. They just look terrifying. Right. They let you know, don't touch me. And then you're over there touching them. Now you're bit and you think you got rabies. Turns out they don't got rabies. You got rabies. Armadillos. skunks, right? Skunks could kind of go either way. A little bit more than that. Or skunk, I guess. Maybe not overalls, but definitely we'll have a bear. And the bear will probably be full box size. Oh, I didn't mean to do her. There's a bear in there. Driving a 3-wheeler. So I did think about that. With this shot, which this is a whole nother monster of stuff that I was working on. Hide that. Yeah. So with the background being this landscape, right? Because we want the lake to kind of show, and pretty much every direction we're going is going to be pointed from that view. If that makes sense. Let me open the map. You know what I mean? So the landscape you see back, in the back of this blue triangle is what our far away background is, where our sunset is. So the lake would always be to the left, and then there'd be the road that passes by, and you would probably see that in the background. Way in the distance, though. What I thought would be good is, like a car would drive by, right? And then it would drive by up here, and it would do something, right? But your warning is that it just drove by on the highway, and it would be the opposite direction when you cross the streets to make it make sense. So a bear in a 4-wheeler is not that far-fetched. It'd almost be like you see them in the background ride by, and the next thing you know, they're on your street, right? Not exactly sure how that functionality would work, but that's kind of why I'm wanting to get everything planned out good. And some stuff we already have the template sizes for. I just know that we were having things do that, and this would shrink some of our flying stuff down quite a bit. Now, what I don't like is how that's not touching, because that should touch. Ah, that's why. Nope. Just these guys. This guy, that guy. Oh. There we go. Yes, he is off. And so are these guys. Try to know how our hitbox and things are working. Structure. We definitely need one more ground type. Flat ground type, not like the other ones. What we're gonna actually want to do is we're gonna bring this down. Oh, make sure I grab everything that's needed anyway. And I'm gonna duplicate this. We'll call this long. And make this mid. Just so I don't cause confusion on myself, I'm gonna get rid of these the way it would match. This is all different sizes. So what kind of animals? What would you fill the other side? There we go. Squirrel, because the squirrel could probably work in that small of a square. He may need bigger, but for now. No, I think I could make it work. Because I could leave his tail kind of bunched over here, and then he would kind of, his body would be a little on the low side. Something I didn't think about. We're gonna dump these. Oh, those ones too. Not all that. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong thing here. We're about super lining it up later. This is why I keep running out of room. Too much stuff. Oh yeah, that's the ants. What small ground I don't need. That doesn't need to be there. Get rid of that. What was I thinking? Oh, rat. There we go. Have to consider. Already covered bats. Did mouse. Even though it's a trailer park, deer makes sense. Lake ducks. So probably our small ground will be repeated. Our flying stuff can be fairly repeated, or it'll be broke down into sections. So like every 2 streets, it may change. We have all the squirrels. Everything. You know how it is around here. The only thing we don't have other than like bears, and I don't even know if we do that here, but we don't have like large game, right? Or what they would call large game. I mean, some, but not like, you know, super far up north. The Florida panther. Those come in all kinds of colors. Yeah, too hot for elk. Yeah, let's shrink these titles up. I think we'll put these. We'll leave them there for now. So our big box is, I know it's kind of crazy with all this on here, but you could see the biggest box is almost the size of the tree. So that's how we'll know. This all will help us just scale everything where it makes sense. Plus, when we do exports, I don't have to justify myself. And the more I know what direction we're going, it'll be boom, 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 boom as I pump characters out. And that's the real fun part, right? Is when we're making ridiculous characters. Okay, so this wouldn't be an armadillo. It would be more... Would that be our ibis, maybe? I don't know if we ever exported the ibis. No. Yeah, I never exported the ibis. Okay. Because I think I do want the ibis to be that smaller square. Because he's bigger than a mosquito, but smaller than the raccoon, and definitely smaller than the crane. Those won't necessarily be enemies. Maybe they will. Ibis. It's pretty much all the same animals. Yeah, it's the same clip art. We know our alligator will be really long. So the alligator will probably actually be... He would be a lot of those. an alligator might be something we do. There'll be some variations. Because we want them hiding in the water. I knew it. Alligator. And what, I guess snake would kind of be the same, right? Oh, yeah, you know, the big snakes. When we do big snakes. Just so we're kind of keeping track of things as we go. Line those up. Yep, 256. That's what it should be. Yeah, see, we're totally running out of room. We're gonna do it again. Times 2. Times 2. Oh. Create. Now this one should be plenty big. We let those hang off. Zoom in over here. About right there. Mega sheet. And I'm going to save this one. Save as entire game sheet for now. Let's capitalize it. We're going to make the most easiest scaled out plan. So as we move forward making games, we're just going to knock cameras over. That's what we're going to do. You get what's going on. Everybody knows. Don't mess with me. That's our larger game. Guess we might as well line it up like everything else, right? Close enough. Something's wrong about that. I bet it's right there. I did it twice. That means the one up there is probably off. Or at least the one I pulled from. I say we start from the beginning of it then. Bam. Oop. Didn't mean to get rid of the alligator part. And let's make sure this is the size we think it is. No, it is not. So what happened there? I can see that right off the bat. Bam. Now how do we look? 256, right on the money. That's what it should be. Wonder if that's what happens. I'm in the zoom tool and I do that. No? Huh. Weird. Believe that's correct. And this is just our comparison chart down there, which may end up being like at the top. But for right now, I gotta go to the bathroom. Wah! Doogie calls. Maybe we should make that say big snake. And we know we're going to need bosses. Oh. Ah. Seriously? Break my keyboard in anger. Why does it keep doing that? Holy crap. I'm literally hitting the same button sequences. I don't understand how that keeps happening. Get out of here. Don't need your tips. Am I maybe doing it too fast? Weird. I guess I didn't need that one right at the moment. And then I'll need to label those as well. We're just going to make some room with this bottom stuff. It's not as labeled out yet. I think this will give us enough room for our sprites and everything. Because some stuff will have an alarm, which is what I did here. So we had walking, death, and alarm. And I think we also have like head jump and death. Or not, we already got death on there. There's a couple of different things for the raccoon for sure. Same with the cranes, I believe. So just trying to cover our ground, you know? I don't think a white-tailed deer or a key deer is going to matter. It's just a deer, right? Same thing with a fox or a squirrel. We can render them different colors, but they're still just going to be a fox or a squirrel. There could be chipmunks, but not necessary. Let's make sure we got everything like roach, ants, rat. I don't even think about anything that would be close to those sizes. Mosquito, fat mosquito, bat, gnats. Which I know we could do tons of flying stuff. Love bugs. I did think about palmetto bugs with the roaches where they could fly, but we could actually make that a jumping character. But is it necessary? Turkeys, nah. Probably this mid-size for an iguana. Well, we're comparing what? Fox, skunks, armadillo. think I'm gonna switch these ants. Just for now. Because there's like the two-tone, or the two block, the 128s by 64s, and then these ones are longer. Which honestly probably need their own category. Ah, did it again. But an iguana. This lizard over here made me think of it. I don't think we would need like regular lizards unless it was just like a little animation in the background for fun. Look at this guy. Giant lizards. I feel like we've, for the most part, covered all this. Oh, nope. Not what I meant to do. We got a beaver. Moles are pretty small. But I guess a mole could be right around here. I guess we got room, right? We need to make as many animals as we can. I'm about tired of doing that. I tell you what. Sure we're saved. Get organized. A weasel? I guess a weasel could be a stand-up. That could be kind of a... He could be a runner, too. I think he would be more this mid-size. What do we call him? Long. He'd be a long ground runner. Stuff's starting to frustrate me. I don't know if it's that difficult to paste. Should just be Control Shift V in place. Nope. What animal was I talking about? Weasel. Is it L? Weasel? Oops. Yeah, we sell. We sell. Huh. I don't know why I did that. Plenty of room. We did mole. We got skunk. We did armadillo. We did a monkey. Because we know there's Florida monkeys. We didn't do a rabbit. Rabbit would probably be the same thing. Or bunny. Except it would hop. Fat Finger Jones. Coyotes are going to be pretty much the same as dogs. Oops. Which I did not make a dog yet because I was kind of contemplating size. I guess there could be two different kinds, right? I may rethink the dog size, but this will at least account for it at the moment. And then for sure, there would be large dog. Your pit bulls, your Rottweilers, and whatnot. Those would be pretty much the same size as far as, yeah, we would just render them different colors. So if we did multiple dogs, it would just be different colors. Insects won't be that big of a deal. We already got what? We got quite a bit already. Get that out of there. There's a lot of animations to make. A lot. I guess some are already done. Some are done. Not sure about long. I don't have to worry about it at this moment. How many do I have there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So realistically, if it was one per stage, we're gonna grab these. We'll go just for now. That way it helps keep it. We don't know yet, but we have slots for it. We'll spread these out at the moment. Make it make sense. All right. Don't need the measure. You don't need the measurement. Ah. Same thing. Covered a lot though. And we almost have enough for both of these categories. So 2 more is not going to be that hard to come up with. And then I almost feel like they should be broken up into regions. Hopefully that makes sense. We're going to get rid of some stuff here because it's not supposed to be there. That. Oh. Come on. Oh, wait. Those have no titles. Perfect. That said bugs on the end. I will make sure everything is more lined up and correct when it comes time to time. Time to time. Placeholders. Now, as it sits, with it spaced out like that, that would be per level. So I'm going to grab all of that and go. Move everything down. Oh. Oh. I guess I need to be zoomed in more. Not that this is absolutely correct. What did I do? That's 8. Not 88. 86 it. It's back up full. So just a couple of things there. Overall, not too bad. Smiley faces. Okay, that was just nonsense. And well, some of it was, some of it wasn't. From the looks of this, we can go over a little more though. We're gonna come down a little and slide our whole thing, not too far in case we need extra room, but we can give it a little bit of a gap. Nope, I wanted to keep you. There we go. Right? Yeah. Save it. Save all of it. Blueprints. Blueprint plans. I have a better plan of direction as we build it out. Just those ones. Get rid of that raccoon. It's getting there. Better understanding of what's going on. Plus versus size, right? Because that was something we needed to kind of consider here. We're going to slide her over more. Oop. Did she offset? Felt like she offset a little. Put him on the other side. Actually, we'll butt him up against her for now. Zoom in on this. Yeah, see? I knew there was something funky going on. There always is. Oh, that's right. There's more than one square there. Okay. Ooh, but that means that that square is off. So... makes me wonder, okay, she doesn't have any, but Randy's got some over here. or red does. So let's make sure red's lined up correctly. Come on, red, don't be like that. Yep, those are not lined up correctly. So zoom out, grab all of it, click on red, click on that edge, zoom in, and fix this. Bam. Bring it in tighter. And now I'm starting to see where there are issues, right? His feet probably need to be flat. His feet need to be flat. Because it's not really perspective. Or I need to work on that better. Because her feet are angled like theirs are, but Red's is flat. And Randy's. Speaking of, we should probably put Randy in here too. Because he is actually just a hair taller than Red. Where you at, Randy? Idle. There we go. Then. We're going to get this game charted out. It's going to be great. I'm going to skedoodle. I appreciate all you guys that came through and what little bit you've conversated and encouraged. Talked about the wildlife of the great state of Florida. We come here to learn about Florida, much like OMG Wicks. But we fumble through it in a mess. Right? All right, you guys take care. I appreciate you. You're the best. See you later. Bye.